Hi, chat. Thank you so much for watching ads if you watched ads. Through echoing future, back running to tears. Right. Let me transition over. Hi, cuties. We get hand cam today. Should existence, won't you follow me? So I don't know what we're crocheting today. Haha. I don't know what we're crocheting today. Am I logged in? I am. Let me see. Purity surrounds me like lions in the den. I feel like I'm losing touch with what I am again. So I don't know what we're crocheting. I'm hoping to get into it at some point though. I kind of wanted to do something like for Halloween, but also like I don't know. I don't know. Um it's been a morning and my brain is not wanting to work. So we will just see how far this goes. All the things. That is my watch charger. We're a bit scatterbrained this morning. I had a doctor's appointment this morning, so I'm just like, words. Words are non-existent. From reality, am yours in the end, so won't you follow me? So we've got a few different things that we could do. There, like, there's like a halter top that I want to try and make, but I don't know if my hands will let me do that or if I have the yarn to do it. Let me see real quick. Cotton. I don't have cotton yarn. Ah! Oh, see, like I want to make clothing items, and I know there's nothing wrong with making clothing items out of acrylic. But the acrylic I have is somewhat meh. Like it's hit or miss on if it's going to be comfortable or like wear. So hold on. Let me where's you guys can see when I'm talking if people don't have their screens up necessarily. Oh, there it is. Maybe. Hold on. Figure out where to sit. We're just gonna chill behind the Christmas tree. How about that? We're just peeking out. So yeah, I don't know. Halloween. Halloween. Like I think doing what? Oh, my necklace, which is broken. What? Oh no. Ah, chat, I'm gonna have to fix that. Not right now. I don't have the stuff to fix it right now. the bee pendant on my necklace that I like wearing has decided to disconnect itself. That's gonna be a fun fix. Okay. Let me... Here we go. One of these days I'll have a better camera so I can actually zoom in. But yeah, so I'm thinking a lot of Halloween patterns require orange, and I don't have orange. That's the problem. And so I don't know. I don't know. We do have song requests though, so if people would like to do song requests, it's by channel points, they will get refunded. You just type out the artist and the song and I will add it to the queue. Um, yeah. Sorry, I'm a bit scatterbrained. I had a doctor's appointment this morning. And so I had an idea for what I was gonna crochet and I can't seem to find the pattern anymore. And it is stressing me out. So we are trying to find a new pattern. Because my brain is stinky. So save that. Yeah. So I'm gonna look at my Pinterest board and see if anything pops up that I would be able to crochet. Sorry, the cat is also causing mischief. Hi, Hazion. Did you change your color? Or is OBS being weird? Because you populated as purple just now for me. Oh, this is lovely. Oh, it's one. You did. Okay. Is it gonna do it? Oh, hold on. Let me close it and open it again. It was just one of the, like, for some reason, I notice when people, change their colors on Twitch. I'm like, hold on a minute. You're a different, you changed something. I don't know what you changed, but yeah. Is my tea in a jar? Yes. Ah, and it spilled. Hold on. I have a coaster for this exact reason. Here we go. A coaster we crocheted. Okay. Lizard should work again if you want to lizard. I found a pattern possibly. Oi! Sorry, cat's eating plastic. Maybe? Why are things broken?
Lizard.
Ah! Thank you. Hi, Linny. Sucks how the game... Ooh.
Lizard.
That is not fun. I think I found a pattern.
Lizard.
Possibly?
Lizard.
Unless I have to buy the pattern. If it tells me I need to buy the pattern, I'm gonna cry. I have to buy the pattern! Never mind, not doing that one. It was a really pretty blanket. Is that a jar? No, it is not a jar of marmalade. It might as well be, though. Um, Hi B, I come to lizard. Welcome in. It is yuzu tea. So you mix in water with it, and it not the entire jar. I've been using the jar and I had the amount left to make the tea, and so I'm like, I'm just gonna pour the hot water into the jar. Yeah, it's like a tea mixture that I really love. Might as well be marmalade though, because I love marmalade. But I'm like, I'm just gonna pour it in the jar. I added a bag of Earl Grey to it because yuzu and Earl Grey go. You had something like that? It's good. The problem is the outside of the jar is now sticky. Um, I feel like a fly anytime I'm rubbing my hands together. Just wahahaha. Um, let's see. These days I'm integrated hardware you cannot afford. I like this, but it doesn't have a. I want the pattern. I want the pattern. Why do people pin pictures with no patterns? Give me a link to the pattern. Because I want something for fall that I can wear for fall time. So if I can get started on a sweater, possibly. Stuck in the top where the mountain should. These days we're downstairs. Oh, chicken parm. Keep a plate on the side for me. I am on my way. Oh, that sounds amazing right now. Oxytocin running in the ether. Yay! I will be there in 3 to 5 business days. Why are all of the patterns not populating? Chat, what do you think we should make? Because there's so many different things. And I have decision paralysis at the moment. Hmm. Like I said, I had a pattern and then it disappeared and I don't know where it went. Um, and so I found something, but if I can't find anything else, I will definitely skill level advanced. Okay, never mind. Not for that. I'm not advanced in Tunisian crochet yet. Ooh, that was... I almost just dropped the tea on my lap. That would have... Stream would have just been done. I would have canceled stream and stopped. Just been like, we're done. Why? Oh, why? See, what's confusing to me is when you find a crochet pattern, they're like, oh yes, it's a free crochet pattern, and then it ends up not being free. Like, I don't understand why someone would advertise a pattern as free and then it's not free. I don't know. Hi, Eli. Oh, shoot. Hold on, chat. I have to be plugged in because my headphones are dying apparently. I have been getting absorbed into playing Baldur's Gate. Ah!
Yo, 40 months, yippee, nooble clap, nooble clap, nooble clap.
Holy shit, Eli. Hold on. That requires an immediate 40 months. Okay, we're gonna sit here and fold a star. For Eli. We are doing crafting today, so I can actually stop and fold stars today. If people do subscribe. Eli, 40 months is crazy. You are getting a star for that. Because that is, like, a lot. That is phenomenal, and it is much appreciated. Because that gets to help me pay off my textbooks. A little pentagon. Ow. If it wants to fold. The gold ones are a bit more stubborn to fold, which is why they're milestone ones, and I would consider 40 months a milestone. Yeah. There you go. Eli, your new gold star gets to join the jar. Thank you so much for the support. Ugh, textbooks. Yeah, textbooks, legitimately, so fucking expensive. Not even funny. This textbooked. My textbooks this semester, I don't it is stupidly expensive. And like, if I could buy them secondhand, I would have bought them secondhand. But unfortunately, these ones I could not buy secondhand, so yeah. I think I found what we're gonna make. Yeah, chat, I found our pattern. You guys, it's gonna be adorable. Hold on, let me Control C. Pattern. Control V. We're gonna pin that. We're making a bear. Crocheting a bear. So now I just have to pick a color for it. Do. And if this one doesn't work out, got a different one. So let me swivel around and pick a yarn real quick. I know headphones. I have some velvet yarn. Do you think velvet yarn would be cute with it? Hold on, chat. We've got yarn options. Okay. Thought I'd accidentally. Nah. So we have yarn options, as you can see. Hold on, I gotta get in the chair. Meh. We're having a flare up today for hypermobility. Okay, let me screen grab a picture of the bear so you guys can see what it's supposed to look like. And then we can figure out what yarn. I can't breathe. We're having a flare up today. This is wonderful. I want to save the picture of the bear. Okay. Snip, 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 snip. New. There's always something in the way. Let's see. What is this? That's the watermelon. Okay, we will replace that picture. Screenshots. Why is it so little? There we go. So this is the bear that I'm going to be making, attempting to make. I don't have safety eyes, so we will be embroidering things. So we can do a little multicolor and do something from this. Let me scooch this over. Or we can do a little like black gray velvet. Or we can do this like green. I think this is green. Yeah, it says teal green, so it's like a tealish green. This is like a charcoal. Yeah, this is like a charcoal. I think the charcoal would be adorable. And I think I have enough. I'm going back and forth between these two. I don't think I want to do that one. The way. I'm gonna have to find something else to do with this mandala yarn though, because I have a lot of it. And it is wonderful, but not bear material. I know! Okay, while you guys are picking, hold on, let me /poll. I can't type. Which yarn for bear? Black or teal green? Teal green. I'm just Green? Am I spelling that right? CHARCOAL. There we go. We'll let that durate for 3 minutes. Feel free to vote. Colors are right there. I know I'll talk about the brand in a minute.
I'm sorry.
Hello?
Did that
Oh!
bee just steal a noodle? That's amazing.
Thank you for the follow. I have anonymous follows. Hold Light Horses. Yeah. So I have enough of both of these colors. Yeah. So about the brand, I know Yarn Bee is a Hobby Lobby brand. These were gifted to me. I'm not going to turn down free yarn. But yeah. I'm leaning towards the charcoal. I think this would be really cute as the bear. But yeah, this is the right weight for the bear, is it? I think. Yeah, size 4. Example used 100 grams of acrylic, so these are... Yeah, so technically one of these should be enough if I do things right. But yeah, what size hook? 4 to 5. So we have 5.5. And we have our hook shark. Come crawling back to me. D on the ground. That is a 6. It's a 3.75. It's a 2.75. Do I just not have a... Oh, there it is. Okay, there's a 5. Where's a 4? There we go. It's a 4.5. Because I don't know what my tension's gonna be like. So... I will find more chill music while we're waiting. Uh... Me. The ground. Okay. Let's see. Pick up a... Oh! Food! I would devour that. I would devour. Okay. I'm gonna make the executive decision and pick the charcoal. And then if I want to make it again in the green, I will make it again in the green. Which one of these am I gonna start with? This one looks like it'll play nicer. Like, what do you mean this one looks like it'll play nicer? It looks like I can get an easier center pull because that's an outside. And if I'm doing amigurumi, I was right. Wahaha. Right, music, vibes, chill vibes. Maybe. I like the sound of this a bit better. Why? The outside of the jar. Okay. Let me make the bear go away. Get the pattern up. Pieces will be added in a whip stitch. All pieces are worked in continuous rounds, meaning there's no slip stitch. Move your marker up at the end of each round. Where are my stitch markers? Oh, also, I forgot to get a picture, but I made another octopus the other day, chat. This is a gift to go to someone. But, yeah. The eyes are a little bit wonky, but that's what happens when you embroider the eyes yourself. Is an octopus anyway. But yeah, I made a little octopus. He's really cute. So, let's make a bear. Play games with us. Song requests. Requests on. Okay. I wish I could zoom in the camera, but unfortunately I cannot. So what hook does this yarn want? This says 6.5 actually. Hold on. There's a 6. That's a 6.5. Okay, so we're gonna take out our 4s. And the 5. We're gonna try the 6, and if we need to go up or down, we'll go up or down in a stitch, but this yarn is so soft. So we're gonna start with a magic ring. Sorcery, I know. Okay, single crochet 6 into the magic ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I am going to be careful with this yarn because it is velvet yarn, and velvet yarn is a bit more prone to shedding and fuzzing. But we'll be okay. Okay, so we're increasing, so we're just gonna slip that in there. I think if I have any spare money this semester, I might look into getting a better camera so I can zoom in on crochet streams and art streams. But yeah. My doctor's appointment went okay today. Everything looks okay. Doctor's really happy with my progress, once again. Weirdly enough, the test results on my heart monitor, it was the one time my heart decided to behave. And I only had like 1 or 2 events. Instead of the usual number of issues that I have. Like, of course, the one time we decide to keep an eye on you, you decide to, you know, function normally. Okay, and then we're gonna single crochet around. So we just did a round of increases, and now we're gonna single crochet around for 3 rounds. 2, 3. However, she told me, so because of the few events, she asked if I was drinking water, and I said yes. Drink like 3 to 4 liters of water a day. I am hydrated. And she said I might actually have an electrolyte imbalance. Yeah. That's how it always works. It's like when your car starts acting up, you take it to the mechanic. Yeah. It's like, oh, something's wrong. We should get this checked out. Ah, we're gonna function normally. Are you kidding me? Yeah. She thinks I have an electrolyte imbalance because I'm drinking so much water. I'm basically flushing everything out, is her thought process. So she told me to try out electrolytes, and if I keep having issues, to go back. So, electrolyte imbalance. So I'm gonna look at figuring out electrolytes. It wasn't something that I thought would be an issue for some reason. Like, it just didn't register in my mind that electrolytes would be the possible issue. Um, so, yeah. Potassium is good. I love bananas. It's a good thing I like bananas. Yeah. Electrolytes affect more in your body. Yeah, it's I think it's just one of those things that, like, I don't know. I just wouldn't think it was a thing. Okay. I think we're on our last row of single crochets. We're making a little foot. I might have to turn my light up just a smidge so I can see my stitches. I just now realized I am crocheting black yarn in a shadow, which might actually also help y'all see better. I'm trying not to cover up what I'm working on as much as I can, but why is this so motivating? That would be why. Yeah. But didn't know until I was in school learning about how to treat patients with. Aw, neat. That's pretty cool. We got a little foot. It's adorable. Okay, yeah, hold on. I'm gonna have to turn up my light. I can see. I also need to plug my headphones back in before they yell at me again. But yeah. Like, whenever I was younger, I would stay on top. Like, I would stay on top of, like, electrolytes and stuff like that when I was in gymnastics and stuff, because it's what my coach was like, you can drink water, but you gotta make sure you're getting enough, like, electrolytes and stuff as well. We were like, okay. No issue. But, okay, we have to fasten off. Scissors. And I just, for some reason, I didn't think to carry it into my older years, and I've just been chugging water. Thinking, oh yes. Water. Okay, I need to fasten off this little nub of a magic ring as well. You can find them. 0 tabs are good. Ooh. She said liquid IV, and I kind of looked at her and I'm like, it's expensive. And she's like, I know. I'm sorry. Um, yeah. Like she saw the look that I gave her and I'm like, you're really telling me liquid IV in this economy at the moment? But yeah. Drink a lot of water, but I have to because I just started on SSRI. Yeah. I was on an SSRI a while back, and I was able to come off of it. But when I was on the SSRI, I was under drinking water. So, liquid IV you can order online. Oh, okay. Where's my notes? I will scribble down 0 tabs and liquid IV. Do I have a free page? I do. Um, yeah, because it is really expensive in the stores for like a pack of 6. And I'm like, I'm gonna go through more than 6 if she's telling me to, you know, drink it balancedly. Hi, fishy. Just Google liquid IV. The website will pop up. You also. Ooh. Yeah. I will definitely go through the website then. Yeah. It is. It is a bit perplexing why things that we need to take care of ourselves are so expensive. But 3, 4, 5. You can build your own too, so there's oh, that's good because ADHD brain kicks in and I get tired of things being repetitive flavor-wise. Like I've already had orange 3 times this week, like what do you mean I have to drink more orange? Okay, I have to increase. Yeah. I was so surprised that it would be the thing. The hangover thing I use called Bro definitely helps making hangovers the next day not as bad, but their price is more than doubled. Ooh. Ouch. Each 14 on each pouch. 14 comes in a pack for 20, so you can or you can save by going on a subscription. That is helpful. Linny, you're amazing. Ooh. I am definitely open to suggestions. um there's also a genetic heart thing that I might have inherited, but I don't remember the proper name for it, so I'm not going to try and say it and butcher it. But she wants to try out the electrolytes before we go down that route to see if I have the genetic thing. I love how motivating this music is. However, I'm going to change it. Uh, hi Candy. Speaking of hydrates, hold on. Where'd my stitch marker go? Chat, where'd it go? There it is. I set it down and it goes hiding. Hydration. Ow. Thank you for the stretch and everything. Let's see. Oh my gosh. So I saw a thing that said if you ever need to make a rant, record yourself doing the rant and put classical music behind it and see how you feel. Like, video yourself ranting and then put classical music over the rant and see how it makes you feel. And I was like, oh my gosh. How are you today, Candy? How's everyone doing? I've just been yapping on about my stuff. Hi, noob. Hockey's emotes are adorable. That is a hockey emote, right? I'm not mixing streamers up. It is. Have a good lurky. I probably should actually pop up the bear that we're crocheting. Hold on. We're gonna shrink it and stick it over here. That is our goal. Gosh, it's a Korean. After drinking, hydration def would be good to get maybe. It's targeted towards drinking and like pre-gaming. Ooh! Yeah! We're gonna be trying to crochet. I already have one foot down. We got one little nub. Speaking of writing things down, I think I've talked about it before. If I ever did merch, would y'all want notepads? And like I enjoy notepads. I use notepads. Would y'all want notepads? It's a very weird thing to have merch for, but like I don't know. Oh, I highly encourage it. Magpie taught me how to crochet. Ooh, Faz is good. I forgot what round I'm on. I think I have one more round. 2 more rounds. I don't know. We'll see. Notepads are good. Okay. Because I know like shirts and hoodies are an obvious. I know beanies are good. But giving medical advice, not advice on much else. Medical advice is always good. Love notepads? Got it. Because a lot of merch, like I understand t-shirts and hoodies and beanies are great. I just feel like there's so much out there, and I'm still gonna do like hoodies and shirts and stuff like that. But I just want something that's like unique to my merch stuff that I don't really see a whole lot of. Oh, have a good sleep, Eli. Have a good rest. Hopefully there shouldn't be too much screaming about crochet. Notepad's heckin' awesome and useful for peeps like me to write down all things so stationary. That is fair. I also struggle with that. I have some washi tape. Where's my washi tape? Hold on. I've got washi tape that I don't want to use because it's really cute. I know hoodies are so popular, but no one. Oh, sweatshirts! See, I don't know if I could do notebooks like this, but I can definitely do notepads. Notepads. Sweatshirts specifically. Okay. We're gonna tuck that off over there. If you guys have ideas, yap them out. I like washi tape. I think we have one more round to go. Yeah. I don't like hoodies. I own 2 and want to cut the hoods off of them. Oh. Sweatshirts. Got it. Coffee mugs. Yeah. I'm thinking of doing... So I obviously want to do bee-themed stuff. But I was thinking about tying in some Mothman stuff as well, because I know Mothman is one of the staples of the channel. Zip ups. Okay. Like I want to try and be as accommodating as I can with merch because I know as someone with sensory issues myself, sometimes a hoodie and stuff can be overwhelming. And so I do understand hoods and stuff to pull over the head being a bit overwhelming. So hoodie's usually too warm. Oh, that is true. Hi, Moski. We're crocheting a bear and yapping about merch ideas. We got two little feet. Two little feet. Okay, what do I do next? Continued from the second foot. Chain 12. Fun. I don't see a lot of animal colors or something for pets. I don't know. I will write it down as I'm always down for ideas and at least exploring ideas. I can't spell. Animal collars / pets. Accessories. Ooh, a 7-stream streak. Animal collars, because if I can't do collars per se, we might be able to do bandanas. Or something like that. I do think pet bandanas are really cute. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Single crochet around the first foot. Okay. Hold on. This is gonna be a bit of sorcery for me because I've not done. Do I have this playlist on shuffle? Because I feel like it's playing in order. It is not on shuffle. It's like, why am I getting whammed with all the melancholy songs? Oh, I always forget how to crochet into these things. It's why I don't usually do a lot of like mammal crochet things because connecting feet drive me nuts. Ah, Tyndall! Hi. I love the point emote. Uh, Speaking of emotes, over the next few months, I'm gonna be working on some new ones, hopefully. Once I get a school schedule around, I'll hopefully be doodling some new emotes. Give y'all more emotes. uh, well, it's like when you go out somewhere and you see like an acquaintance or something. You just point at them and you're like, "Hey, you." It's like, oh, okay. Single crochet across the first. Okay, hold on. There is a space there. Single crochet across the 12 stitches. Single crochet around the second foot and single crochet across the 12 again. Oh boy. Yeah. I'm trying to think. So I've had other ideas for merch. Stickers, obviously, because I know people like stickers and I like stickers. So stickers are good to do. I had thought about magnets, but I'm not like a huge magnet person. And I don't really use magnets a whole lot, but um I also know people don't like an oversaturation of logos, and so I don't really, I mean, I don't really have a specific logo for me, but shaker keychains. I will still write it down. That says shaker. Shaker. I can't. My mic stand's getting in the way. We do have ads starting. I'm going to get into this stitch and then set it down so I can stretch my hands real quick. I completely forgot about ads. So if you get whammed with ads, I am so sorry. I thought about scrunchies, but I don't know how well scrunchies would go over. It would probably, like, if I did scrunchies, I don't know if it would work very well, but it would be something similar to theirs where it has, like, the print. It would have stuff printed on it. Possibly. But at the same time, like, scrunchies are another weird one, and they can be pretty pricey. And so, I don't know. I think doing... Hold on, let me see if I can get him off the yarn. Halston! Halston! I know acrylic ones like these would be nice. Because I know people like the fancy acrylic ones. Again, these can be a bit more pricey, but these might be cheaper than shakers. But I think the shaker one would be cute. I just had an idea. I can't sketch it out on stream. Hold on. It would be like a little... This is gonna look weird. I know. Like a little beehive with like a bunch of little bees inside, so you would shake it around. I don't know. But yeah, like a little beehive shaker with like different bees inside and you can shake it around, maybe. Possibly. Um hmm. Yeah. What if you oh, a little Mothman bee would be cute. Okay, so let me put this in parentheses. Beehive shaker with bees and hidden Mothman. That would be adorable. I like this pen. This is one of my favorite pens. I don't remember where I got it, but it's a Uniball Vision pen and it's micro. It's like a micro point. And it writes so well. As far as I'm aware, it doesn't smear. It dries pretty quickly. Um, it is such a nice pen. And I don't remember where I got it, but I found them on Amazon. Um, and it's such a nice pen. My other favorite pens, I am connected to out my headphones. Hold on. My other favorite pens, they're called Kaco. K-A-C-O. It's not going to focus on them, but they're really nice. They've got a smooth outside and they write really well. Hold on. I forgot ads were running. Hold on. Ah! I will keep talking about the pens after. Let me write down pens. Are we just gonna have a whole, like, Cryptid Bee stationery line? So, talking about pens. We know a classic ballpoint pen. That's what this is. It's just from, like, a local library. So I've got this one. I'll take a picture and send it, in a Discord somewhere after stream. But it's a Uniball Vision pen. It's really nice. It's red ink. It comes in other colors. I don't remember where I picked it up. I feel like I just found it on the street and picked it up. And sometimes I feel like those are the best pens. Another good option, they are ballpoint pens. But Keiko, I think is how it's pronounced. It's KACO. These ones are 0.5 millimeter tips. And they write really well. Lizard. And it doesn't smear. And if we go with the Uniball one, it doesn't smear. Random street pens I got on Amazon, really nice, smooth texture on the outside, and so it's really nice, like, sometimes if I'm just sitting there writing, I'll just sit there and rub my thumb or my fingers along the pen, and they're lovely. Comes in a variety of colors as well. They write the color ink that they are. Phenomenal. So I will add stationery, just in general, slash stationery. Okay. We're going to ignore the state of my handwriting. I am shaky today. Pens are lovely. I do enjoy a good pen. Welcome back from the ads. It's much appreciated. I'm trying to think of other pens that I've gotten. I don't really have any other cool pens. Those are like my two favorite pens. You want some catnip? I keep catnip at the desk because the cat likes to spend time around the desk a lot. But yeah, the Kiko pens are my favorite so far, along with the Uniball. I dislike these. These are the Pilot C2 pens. I dislike them. The ink is inconsistent every time I get them. And I know a lot of people swear by these pens. I've never had a good experience with these pens. The ink is always inconsistent and it smears for me. And people are like, oh, you're just not using the right paper. And on so many different kinds of paper, it just smears. Ah. The Pilot pens are not my favorite. I do have... It's out of reach. I do have a quill. That does write with ink, but I don't have thick enough paper to write with it. Okay. Single crochet around the second foot. So we're going to put a stitch marker back in here. But yeah. I will consider stationery. It's so part of it is finding places that do stationery. And figuring that out. Pins. I need to write pins down. P-I-N-S. And then stickers. I'm trying to think. Because I know there might be some stuff that would probably have to wait until we get more off the ground, possibly. Stationery is definitely one that I feel like would be a good thing to start with. because I realized something I do say quite often on stream is, hold on, let me write this down. And I was like, well, what if I have my own notepads? um, and so, yeah. I feel like that would be a good idea. Um, I'm just trying to figure out when I would be able to do merch. Because I've got a lot on my plate at the moment, so I don't know if sitting down, I can always sit down and design merch, I just don't know if releasing merch at the moment would be a good idea, per se, if that makes sense. You do stickers if your emote, if you do stickers, if your emotes are usable, I will absolutely, I would love if you would be okay with it to use the hydrate one for a sticker. I would be down to use the emotes for stickers with your permission. Because you did doodle them. You did draw them. Single crochet around the foot again. Of course. Well, I want to ask because you're the artist. You drew them. I would not want to use the art without the permission. Permission granted? Okay. Yeah. At that point, we definitely, I feel like the hydrate and the nom one. Man, I love that nom one. It was such like, I feel like that was one of the more random ones as well, because I was like, man, I'm really craving a sandwich. And then I joined a VC and you're like, hold on, I have something for you. And you sent me the emote of Mothman eating a sandwich, and I'm like, hold up. What? It was interesting. We had to have connected like psychically at that point, and you were like, Mothman sandwich. Yeah. It is one of my favorite ones. I love all of them, but it is one of my favorites. Okay, this is where things get fun and possibly a bit boring. We're gonna be crocheting around in a circle for the next 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 26, 27, 28, 29. 25 rounds? 23 rounds? We're just gonna be going in a circle. So it's gonna get boring. It's gonna get repetitive. Just as a heads up. So I do need a different way to keep tally of this. And this is where we bring out notepad number 2. 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 4, 5, 6, 7, 28, 29. I was getting ready to ask how y'all write your 7s, but it's really hard for y'all to tell me how you write your 7s without actually writing them out. My 7s, I write my 7s like this. You can see it up here and right there. But that's how I write my 7s. Um, no line? Okay. Because I know some people, this is going to be weird. Some people just do that, where they do that. I know some people just do the up and over. But yeah, I've always written them like this for like the past few years, and I don't know. It's really interesting seeing how people write things differently. Write mine out with the 7. Ooh. Okay. Because my threes are weird. Sometimes I'll do like a bubble 3 where it's more bubbly, or I'll just do line 3. And it looks a bit more like formal. I don't know what that is. That's a squiggle. But yeah. The up and over. Oh. I mean, I guess if you flip, it could be an F. Interesting. I don't know. I just think it's interesting how people write different things differently. Different things differently. Yep, because that's a thing. Write my 0 with a... Yeah, I also most of the time write my zeros that way if I'm not in a rush. If I'm in a rush, they'll just be a circle. Um, but if I'm not in a rush, most of the time they will have a line through it. I feel like it's a bit easier to decipher as well. In writing, like if you're physically writing things out. Because some people do write their zeros as O's like I do. It's really hard for me to make it as an oval. For some reason, the oval concept in my mind just does not take root. So, yeah. Oh, this reminds me. I also want this little guy sitting here. He's become my little crochet buddy. If I'm just crocheting, he just moves and I just move him over and he just sits here and watches me crochet for some... I don't know. little smisky guy. He glows in the dark. Is really neat. This one is from the... What series is this? The Living series. Pink box. It looks orange on camera. It's like a salmon pink. But yeah. I also like these little guys. He is the only one I have, and I love him. But yeah. I will say, today's the 15th. My birthday is coming up in a little over a week. It is on the 27th, so it is a Wednesday. So theoretically, I should be streaming on my birthday. I don't know what I'm going to be doing for that. I don't plan on doing anything crazy. We may just stream as normal and just mark it as a birthday stream. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out what to do for it. Oh, my nose itches. Itchy nose. Why? Grr. But yeah. Oh, I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm going to embroider eyes on this thing with it being a dark yarn. I have buttons. Oh, chat. Should I do button eyes? Like I did with these guys? I could do button eyes like I did with these guys. Yes. That means I have to find my buttons. But button eyes would be cute. I like the look of button eyes. I know it creeps a lot of people out because they think of Coraline. But I've just always liked the look of button eyes. Never really creeped me out. Never really bothered me, but if I ever get around to crocheting a Mothman, I'm giving my Mothman button eyes. One round down. Yeah. I will give my Mothman button eyes. That would be... Do not swallow that. I will not swallow it, I promise. I usually just hold it between my teeth. I've been working on granny squares, the giant granny squares. Me too until... To be fair, no, it's open. Never mind. I was gonna say if it's closed, it might not be too bad, but it's open, so that would be an issue.
Lizard.
Ah! Thank you. Is the lizard at a good audio level for y'all, or is it just like
Lizard.
I'm still new to using Mix It Up for alerts, so I don't know.
Lizard.
So yeah, I was at the doctor's this morning, and so before I went on my trip, I told my doctor, I'm like, hey, I'm going on this trip. Is there anything I need to do? And she's like, no, you should be fine. Jet lag, stretch after and before your flights, yada yada. And I was like, okay. So I went to go see her today, and she was like, so how was your trip? And I'm like, great. I would rather be over there at the moment, though. And she looked at me and she was like, oh, okay. But yeah. Like it was a lot of fun. I want to go back. If I could teleport, I would teleport there in an instant. Just teleport all my stuff with me. Y'all, if I could teleport, oh, things would be so much fun. If someone needed me to bake bread, I could just teleport to them, bake bread, and go home. Need to work on that teleportation? Yeah. Pretty sure we only can't. Yeah. Like part of me is like, if I manifested enough, if I tell myself, yes, I have the ability to teleport enough, I feel like at some point the universe will will it into existence that I can teleport. And that just might be my wishful thinking of wanting to be close to the people I care about kicking in, but you know what? I want to be able to go see the people I care about, damn it. Like, I'm all for understanding. I know the science behind it is still theoretically possible. Like, it is all very still theoretical, but damn it, let me manifest enough that I just will it into existence that I can teleport, please. Like, oh. At that point, I feel like, though, like, if, ow. I need to get, like, I need to crochet a little desk thing for right here because after crocheting for a while, I end up with like the desk imprints on my arms. Oh, ow. But yeah, I don't know. A lot of people are like, oh, but like, if you could have a superpower, you did. Oh, absolutely. Oh, you fell over. Okay, you're gonna scooch over there. I kind of want him sitting at an angle, that way he's watching y'all. Here we go. um, like a lot of people are like, oh, if you could have a superpower, what kind of superpower would you have? And I'm like, anything that could get me to the people I care about faster. And they're like, oh. And I'm like, yeah, so like flying, super speed, teleportation, anything that can get me to the people I care about faster, give it to me. If I can transform into an animal that can get me to the people I care about faster, give it to me. Like, oh, just turn into a bird, fly across the states, make it to the coastline, turn into an ocean bird, seagull or something, and like hitch a ride on a ship or something. I don't know. Turn into a shark, swim across the ocean. Just let me get to the people I care about. Yeah. In college, I had to write a screenplay. I write teleporter. Ooh. Chat, look. We got little legs. Oh, this is gonna be adorable. So many puns. Little legs. They're the little legs for the bottom of the bear. Wait. Oh, I have this. I think I have a blue. I could crochet the bear overalls. Let's get the bear done first. Let's get the bear done first before I jump to more plans. Oh, but little overalls would be adorable. Bear first, overalls later. Yeah. Or a little outfit. At least a little outfit. I think a little outfit would be adorable. A man left his heart in San Francisco on Thursday. Tim the Tin Man from Oh, oh, those are great, Tyndall. See, I mean, you could follow the realistic stuff and like, oh, what if I teleport and I teleport into a wall or something like that. And I understand that could be a possibility. Because you could be teleporting to somewhere that you did teleport before, but they've made changes to the area. Oh, what if I go teleport to a friend, but then I teleport into a lake? Those are entirely possible things. Like, you lose concentration mid-teleportation, and like you said, man leaves heart in San Francisco. Oh, that's wonderful. Bit terrifying. But understandable to think about. Oh, I didn't. Did I? 7, 8. Do I need to cross off the 9? Or did I just cross off the 8? Oh. Instead of airport strips, there would be dedicated. Yes! Dedicated teleport spots. That would be wonderful. Blizzard's in chat if you returned.
Blizzard.
Okay, that's a few seconds of a delay. Refresh. Oh, I can't spell.
Blizzard.
Fresh. If having issues. There we go. My leg itches. Y'all, my tattoo started itching the other day, and I was like, what in the world? Too much awesomeness? Oh. I love it when spam callers spam call and they hang up right away. Haha. OBS being a butt? Yeah. Because the Wi-Fi is normal, but... It's weird. I usually only have these issues in the summertime. Okay, we're gonna be moving this to over here so I can pull from it easier. I usually only have these issues in the summertime. Usually they go away in the winter, and I don't know. It just doesn't make sense in my mind. I know part of it is I stream on Wi-Fi, but... Oh? Hi, Ice. Okay, hold on. This has to move again. One of these days, I'll find a suitable spot to set the yarn. Actually, just recently had OBS be weird to me, so I think it's OBS. Noob said something about it acting funny last week. I think it's been acting weird for a lot of people, because I know the bugs have been having issues with frames. And then I know Magpie the other day was not able to start streaming. Like, they had tried to start stream a few times. But they couldn't start. Disconnecting randomly? Yeah, so I have the issue where it disconnects randomly. And I usually think it's because I'm streaming on Wi-Fi. But I've had times where the Wi-Fi doesn't go down, but OBS does go down. So I think it is something OBS-wise, but I don't know. Oh, I'm doing okay today, Ice. It's a bit more of a mellow day because I had a doctor's appointment this morning. How are you doing? But yeah. Because I'm currently sitting at dropped frames at a 5.0, but I started getting that random disconnect. I use Ethernet, so I doubt it's your Wi-Fi. Ah. I mean, I still run into stream issues because I'm streaming on Wi-Fi, but one of these days we will not be streaming on Wi-Fi at some point. It's just too expensive to run an Ethernet cable to my PC at the moment. Not really practical to run not a few feet, couple. Lots of feet. I don't know. Little legs! Well, let me shut something else down on my PC. Yeah. I don't know what the dropped frames issue is, though. Like, dropped frames disconnecting. I don't know what it is. But yeah. I'm trying to figure out what to do for dinner tonight because I'm on my own. On my own. Nobody else besides me. Anyway, like I was thinking pasta of some form, but I'm like, it's really warm, but pasta. But also at the same time, I don't know. Like, it's weird. I was thinking about beef stroganoff. Huh. Um, but at the same time, I'm like, that's just effort, and I'll get done cooking it, and then I'm not gonna want to eat because the kitchen's gonna be too warm. But yeah. Right. So you always have, oh, thank you, Candy. I do my best in cooking. I really do. It's just like I doubt myself in cooking a lot because even though I've been cooking for a majority of my life, I'm just like, I don't know, like what if people are just saying they like it just to I don't know. Yeah. It's like me with ramen in the summer, it's hard to motivate myself. Yeah, like why would I want to eat a hot liquid on a triple digit day? I don't know. Twitch like gets like that from time to time. Sometimes stream will be fine on streams and internet will be fine. Yeah. I think there is something in like the networking that causes it to happen. Because there'll be times where I'm watching a stream and Twitch just has a stroke and it's like encoder error. Cannot load the stream and I'm like, what? Huh? Yeah. Not many places offer cold soup. Yeah. Oh, and we've dropped frames and we're back up again. My nose. My nose. Ah. I also don't want borscht, not the biggest fan. I've not had it. Oddly enough, it is on my list of things to make. Um, like I've got so many things I want to try to make, borscht being one of them, if I am pronouncing that right. Um, it's on my list of things to make. Um, I think after doing the bear, I may have to hold off on crocheting like amigurumi for a while because I'm low on polyfill. I think the bear might take the last of it. I've had homemade. I've had it in a literal mom and pop shop, and oh, just not a fan. Ah, understandable. It's just a different like dish that is not a usual thing in the States unless you live in somewhere that's like a cultural hot pot of food. Um and so most of the time if I've wanted to try like a different cultural dish, I've had to make it myself just because there's not places around that'll make it. Um but most of the recipes I've seen for that has been it's a big pot. It's a big pot dish. And so it makes a lot. And I'm like, well, if I make it and I'm not the biggest fan of it, then I have a big pot of it that I don't know what to do with. So, um, but yeah, it is a bit, yeah. And so, like, if I end up not being the biggest fan, I'm gonna sit there with a big pot of it being like, huh? What am I supposed to do with this? Um, I mean, I would still eat it because I don't want to waste food. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just so curious about so many different dishes. I want to try so many different things. My nose itches. Hold on. Sorry. Yeah. Right. So, my brain's Ah, I think I have picked up a bug or my allergies are flaring up. I'm gonna lean towards allergies because it's hot as fuck outside. That's usually when they flare up. I will say, I am thankful that my hands are cooperating today. I know I need to redo my nails. I've been stressed and they've been breaking. You damn, Ice.
Watch your profanity.
Thank you, Magpie. Cute Hostin thingy? Keychain thingy. Yes, hold on. I will give a closer. It is a keychain. I don't have keys to keychain, so he just chills out on my microphone. Unfortunately the camera's not gonna focus because it's a suck-ass webcam. But I love him. I actually, on my Baldur's Gate playthrough that I'm doing at the moment, I just rescued Halsin. So I'm like, giggling to myself. Um, I think he is my favorite from the game. 100%. But I haven't really met many of the other characters except for everybody else at the beginning, so I may develop other favorites, but my current favorite is Halsin. So I'm thinking, so I don't know what my schedule is going to look like going forwards because I start school on Monday. And I would like to keep Minecraft Mondays as a thing, but my favorite guy, he's a cool dude. My sad little elf. Oh, that is a good sandwich though. Um, I was very, so I'm going to be entirely honest. I was very wary of Astarion. When I was first starting to play, I was like, I don't know about you. And despite him being a vampire, he is warming up to me. Like I was so like, man, this guy's sus. I'm not gonna lie, there were a few moments where like, can I just kill this guy? Like, can I just Aw. But he's warming up to me. And I'm like, oh damn it. Karlak? I'm looking forward to meeting Karlak. She seems really cool. She looks cute too. He has such a good character arc. Yeah, as we're getting more into like as I'm getting more into his character on the in the beninging in the playthrough, I'm learning more about him and I'm like, oh, okay, this is why you are this is why you act the way you do. Got it. So, yeah. Autobot! That is fair. That is entirely fair. I think I went for Halson because I feel like he would take care of me in so many different ways. But no, automod flagged fucker. It flagged fucker. That's what automod flagged. It didn't flag the B word. Yeah. Oh, morally gray sandwiches, manwiches are the best. Yeah. I don't know. I'm definitely learning a lot in my playthrough, and I think I need to get better in my combat because every time I finish a fight, everyone in my party has like 1 HP left. 1 or 2 HP left. And I'm like, oh, okay. Speaking of which, ooh. Are you doing normal? I think I'm doing what play? Hold on. I'm not gonna pull up the game because it'll crash stream, but I will. Baldur's Gate difficult. I can't spell. I think I'm using it. I'm doing Explorer, so I am doing the base difficulty because I just wanted to get. I wanted to do story more than anything. Um, and then I'll go back through on a second playthrough and do more fighting. But yeah, I'm doing Explorer and it is dragging me through the mud. And I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah. So it could be I am not fighting properly because I'm still at the beginning of the game, and so like the team layout is still very mostly magic based. Um so also did base first playthrough and had this is my crash out song. I'm not listening to that. Oh. Magic base is very squishy. Yeah. I think I'm playing as a druid. Um yeah. Because I mean, in regular D&D, I usually either go for druids or rogues anyway as like characters to play. Just because I hate doing math, but the game does the math for me most of the time. So I don't mind playing spellcasters in the game. But IRL, if I'm playing D&D, I will go with something that has like as little spellcasting as possible just because I don't like math. I can do math. I don't like it though. His legs. The little legs. I'm sorry. I'm normal. This is completely normal. Um but yeah. I just always find magic users to be a bit squishy, which makes sense because, you know, strength is not their strong suit. Aha. Um 8 15 more rows to go. also think, yeah, my druid is really squishy. Like, I think also because of the background I picked, it's a bit more squishy. I think I picked performer, if I remember right. I don't remember. Not a very strong background. Um So I really did not mean to make my character as squishy as they are, but my tab is squishy, so yeah. Ouch. I made a sorcerer, but yeah, Baldur's Gate 3 does have a steep learning curve. What is my party? At the moment, I have getting ready to add Halson to it, so someone's gonna have to go. But I've got Shadowheart, Astarion, and Gale. So legit still at the very, very beginning. Like I said, I just got Halson. Noob, you are the best. You have no tank. Yeah, that's my issue. I have no tank. So it really is no wonder that my party is leaving with 2 HP after every fight. um yeah. I am the cause of my party's demise. uh why tank when you can exactly just stand far away and throw everything at it is legit how I play with the party is I keep everyone as far away as I can. And just throw spells at everything. Always want a fighter, a healer. Oh. Okay. That is good advice. Magpie. Oh, I really needed this. I'm glad I decided to stream after all today. I was thinking about canceling stream, but I'm really happy I decided to stream. Y'all are the best. Oh, fighter paladin. I had thought about doing a paladin playthrough, but I feel like I have a personal vendettas with paladins because like any person that I've met in D&D, like playing D&D that has played a paladin, they're so self-absorbed. Like the paladin players that I've met have been like I don't know, just like anyone that I've met that plays paladins like IRL, they're just so self-absorbed and I don't know if that's just a me thing picking that up or and it's not every paladin player. It's just majority of them that I've met. Morally self-righteous. Yeah. Um yeah. I'm not playing sorcerer, I'm playing paladin. I have nothing against paladin players. I will say that nothing against them. Is just majority of the ones that I've met have just I don't vibe with, which is weird, but yeah. As a paladin player can confirm. No. Try to get into monk, I could just yeah. I just find myself hold on, let me be haste. No! I love you guys. Let me unplug from my headphones real quick. Okay, they did not yell at me. I can unplug them for a little while and not be stuck in this. Let's see. We're gonna take a little D&D break real quick because my hands do need a bit of a rest. Character sheets. Are these ones empty? These are empty. So these are some of the character sheets that I have. Um, so let's see. We've got a rogue. I do have a fighter. I have one fighter. Rogue. I have a monk. I never got to play her though. I have another fighter. A barbarian. Rogue. I have more rogues than fighter things. My first character was a rogue. She's not in this stack, she's in a different notebook. I don't know where that notebook is. So actually, ads are getting ready to run. I'm gonna go find that notebook. Human male fighters. Ah. Where's the notebook? It's really hard to keep track of this notebook. Zadie! There we go. I say I always lose track of the notebook. It's on my desk. So this is the notebook that I used for my first character, and I can't bring myself to use it for another character. Even though it still has plenty of space. Notes about that much. That is how many notes I have on this character. And here's her character sheet. What is this? Oh, extra abilities. It's a really nice notebook. It was a gift from a friend, and it felt very fitting to use it as a D&D notebook. She was a rogue. So spell sheet was basically, we didn't level up enough for me to have use for the spell sheet. She was a beast folk. She was a weasel. I made her a weasel. So she was 3'5", 3.5 feet tall, weasel. Maybe weighed 60 pounds soaking wet. But yeah, she was my first character. Current characters romancing someone and just found out they... Oh! Also, hold on, let me scroll back and see. I'm obsessed. Yeah, I really enjoy pretty notebooks, and I always feel bad when I get them and then they just sit there and I'm like, I want to use you, but I need to find the right thing to use you for. Like, notebook-wise, yeah. Zadie is a cutie. Zadie is the best. But yeah, she was a rogue. She nearly died so many times. She ended up surviving this campaign. I've only ever used her in one campaign. She ended up surviving the campaign barely. And she has a huge scar to, you know, commemorate the fight. The dragon nearly killed her, but she didn't die, so... Oh, wait, hold on, I need to put this back in here. But yeah, her little extra abilities, let's see, we had burrowing. Because she was a weasel, she was able to burrow. Kin to beasts. And then natural teeth. It was more of a weird homebrew mix, but it was a good campaign. It was my first campaign, and I miss playing D&D so much. Hire a necromancer. That is true. But also, burn the world down. burn it all down. We're gonna take a break for ads. I'm gonna let my hands chill out because we've done quite a lot in this 2 hours. Granted, the first half hour I sat there trying to figure out what I was gonna be crocheting. So ooh, have a good store run, Ice. Hope it goes well. But yeah, I encourage y'all to get up to a stretch if you need to. Grab a snack. I am good for now since I just got up to look for the notebook. So I'm gonna sit here and try not to panic. It is so bright. My light is like shining in my face, like, oh, have some light. But yeah. This guy looks like he's gonna be a bit bigger than the picture. Just looking at scaling, I think he might end up being a little bit bigger than the picture one. Which is okay. But yeah. Told me the ad break had ended and then gave me ads. Oh, damn. I hate it when Twitch does that. Ba-dum, yeah. Actually, I'm gonna look for those electrolytes that Linny had suggested while we're on our ad break. What are they called? Where is it? Bish. Oh, that's not too bad. Bruh. I want to know why the fuck everything has grapefruit in it. I'm gonna wait to finish that rant until after the ads are done. Neat. They're pretty neat. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, chat. Okay, those aren't too bad. Welcome back from ads, you lovely beans. Nah, I was just looking at electrolytes and stuff, and there were some brands that I was looking at for the ingredients that is like, grapefruit extract, and I'm like, oh. Which is fine, nothing wrong with grapefruit, but out of habit, I just tend to avoid it for meds, even though they should be, like, it shouldn't interfere with my meds. Just out of habit of back when I was on an SSRI, I had to avoid grapefruit. And so now out of habit, I just see grapefruit and I'm like, best not. Even though I love grapefruit. Just out of habit, I'm like, nah. Ouch. But yeah. Oh, blankets. Blankets for merch would be neat. I don't know how much blankets would cost, but blankets have been written down. And again, if stuff isn't there right away, if whenever we open a merch store, stuff can always be added later on, possibly. So just because it's not in there right away doesn't mean it won't be in there ever. But yeah. I'm hoping I can finish the bear on stream. I'm gonna do my darnest if I, like, even if we do an extra long stream today, I'm gonna do my best to finish the bear on stream. Do, 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 do. I was gonna spend tomorrow in a hammock, but it's gonna be really hot tomorrow, and I was like, oh, never mind. Because the spot that I would be setting my hammock up in is like right in the sun. And I'm like, oh, damn. Oh, hands. But yeah. Oh, right, back to schedules. So I was talking about schedules earlier. In Chicago. Ugh, gross. 90. Ugh, that's no thank you. I am content with like 70s, 80s for warm weather. But once it starts getting into 90s, I'm just like, ew. Yeah, that is really hot to be lakefront. That's. And then if you stack humidity on top of it, oh, the humidity just makes it worse. The humidity just makes it all the way. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna be honest, I do not miss Louisiana humidity. Used to live in Louisiana. Um, and oh, I do not miss that humidity. It was, you might as well have just been living underwater at that point. It was so bad. Oh no, you should worry. It's damp heat. Yeah, damp heat is, I would rather have a drier heat than damp. Um, like if there can just be like a nice in between of desert and tropical, that would be nice. Um, like we got hit with false fall and I was so excited. I'm like, "Oh yay." And then the heats come back and I'm just like, No. So sad. I have a friend who visited last week. They live in Denver and they saw the mid 80s forecast. I was like, oh nice. And then oh yeah, you'd think it wouldn't be too bad, but no, just humidity sneaks up on you and just it's so bad. But I am more of a cold weather person anyway. I still prefer cold over dry heat anyway though. Like I just like colder weather. Cooler weather. Um 17. Ouch. I would use a bigger hook, but it would leave gaps in the yarn, and I don't want to leave too many gaps in the yarn for stuffing to peek through, so. I was going to use this yarn to make socks, but I'm just like now feeling it like while crocheting with it. It would be a nice sock texture, but it would not hold up to be like walking around for like house socks. Yeah. So my classes start on Monday. I'm going to do my best to keep a normal schedule going, like I have been. I haven't heard back from the job that I interviewed at on if I got the position or not. Um, they're doing an interesting thing. They don't want to hire too many people on and overhire and then have to let people go. And so I think they're doing phases of bringing people in. I told them if I'm not selected, it is understandable. I know that's not the ideal thing to say when, you're in an interview, but I was just kind of like, yeah, it's fine. Like I need the job, but I would understand if they pick someone up that can have more hours than I can at the moment. But so I'm going to do my best to keep a Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule. I do think for the foreseeable future, Fridays are going to be crafting streams. As much as I love doing a horror game on Fridays, it's just the end of the week and I am exhausted right now at the end of the week. And so I think crafting streams will be a bit better because it's a bit more mellow and I can kind of control the pace that I go at. Hi, Pidge. Good morning. Yeah. So I feel like I can control the pace I go at a bit easier for crafting streams rather than a game where I have to go at the pace of the game most of the time. So I think we'll do Minecraft Mondays. I need to figure out a new Wednesday game. I did look at Prototype. It was a game that Hazion had suggested. I don't think it would be a game that I would really enjoy playing. So I'm gonna have to find a different game. I could do a horror game on Wednesdays. Possibly. Just have to figure out what game because we finished Red Dead. We rolled credits on Red Dead 2. So hi Meepsy. Hello. Yeah, so I thought about doing Alien Isolation on Wednesdays. Possibly. Because I got the game on Steam. He's just gonna chill there. I need to rest my arm on the notebook. Yeah. I thought about doing Alien Isolation on Wednesdays.